Well, as a fan of comic book animation, we have a pretty big interest in what Warner Brothers is doing and what they have planned for their DC slate. Well, this weekend we saw the Annecy International Animated Film Festival, and the leadership of Warner Brothers Animated World took the stage and gave us some very interesting news. Let's take a couple minutes to talk about what they had to say and how it possibly could impact some of our favorite animated shows. Well, if you're a fan of this channel, you know we like our animation. We're big Harley Quinn fans, we do a lot of Young Justice, and we follow all those WBA DC animated movies really closely. Now, starting this Friday, the Annecy International Animated Film Festival and Market kicked off, and that saw a lot, and I mean a lot, of bigwigs from the Warner Brothers den showing up and talking about where they're taking their slate of animation. This included Adult Swim President Michael Oweleen, Executive Vice President of Original Comedy and Adult Animation at Max, Susanna Makos, and Executive Vice President of Alternate Programming for Warner Brothers Animation, Peter Girardi. Now, they had a lot to say at this event, so we're going to summarize it quite a bit. But one of the things they made really clear is they're focusing on a very particular audience, and that audience is mostly an adult audience. Now, they had a lot to say at their event while they teased their respective slates, but there has been a clear shift in what they're doing, and the shows now seem to embrace more of a multi-generational aspect, and they even said they want to make them more rewatchable and travel globally. Now, the president of Adult Swim went on to say, and I quote, "Adult animation is in a renaissance, and I think it's burgeoning. But animation has the ability to speak to multiple people at once, so hopefully we'll continue that. Our mission is to keep advancing what the medium is doing. The challenge of that is making it a success." They very clearly know who their audience is and where they're going with it, and I think this is really good news for us DC fans. Now, the event did focus on a lot of non-DC stuff, including Velma, Clone High, The Simpsons, and Bob's Burger. But they did talk a little bit about James Gunn's Creature Commandos, Harley Quinn, and of course, the spin-off, Kiteman, hell yeah. Now, as many of you know, we are fans of Young Justice on this channel, and this focus on rewatchable content that focuses on older age groups is exactly what we want to hear. There have been a whole series of DC animations, like those new Batman series coming to Amazon, that are clearly focused on a younger demographic. This seemed to worry a lot of fans, but it's clear now based on this announcement, they're giving us the full slate, and it's not one or the other, it's both. And it appears they are investing in both types of animation and are not going to shy away from adult animated projects. Like I said, this should make us Young Justice fans pretty excited, because that's exactly what Young Justice is. But I want to stress a few things after I talk to an insider to make sure we have our energy focused. It's very clear to the powers that be that the show is popular and the fan base absolutely exists. The problem is, this has to be put into a business model that works for these studios and will definitely make them money. What fans really need to do is pay attention to the people who are in the leadership with this project, people like Brandon Vietti and Greg Wiseman. When you see Greg Wiseman pushing a hashtag like Save Earth 16 or Keep Binging Young Justice, that should be a sign. They obviously can't tell us what's going on behind the scenes, but these kind of details are the things that we should be paying attention to, and that's exactly what we need to develop the energy for these decisions to be made. It's now very clear we have the audience in place, and now they're opening up this genre of animation specifically, so I don't see a better opportunity than the one that might be manifesting before us. We remain forever hopeful and optimistic on this channel, in this change in structure on how Warner Brothers Animation is approaching these projects with a more adult focus. Well, I have to say guys, there couldn't possibly be better news for almost everything we like about DC content. If this is a trigger for Young Justice Season 5, well, we're gonna have to wait and see.